In your conversations with them, would they say, I just feel lost, or I feel depressed, or I feel anxious? Like, do those kinds of...
They come up and I try to work as best as I can, and if I feel like I can't, I'll let either the court know and be like, I think we should refer him to...
Because it'd almost be obvious. You would be depressed in that situation, right? Like, it's a difficult place to be, right?
Yeah, but I find like it's just the more they're feeling at that time, and I feel it improves the more I see them.
Okay.
So I haven't had any like mental health. I think it's more drug abuse because I don't know if it's for it. I say 9 out of 10 are smoking weed. 100%. Like they don't really drink anymore. Before people were drinking, now they don't drink. Everyone's smoking. And I notice when they are smoking, they're obviously lack of motivation. They just make me fidget. Like I can just tell they smoke a lot.
Yeah, it affects,
Yeah, so I see it, but I know everyone smokes. Now, because that's the question I asked. Like, oh, do you smoke? All of them say, yeah.
It's so common among
teenagers. Everyone smokes. I'm like, no one, like, people are drinking. Everyone's like, no. I'm like, everyone just smokes now? I'm like, oh, okay. So they're not only, if they're smoking, and they're also selling it as well.
Yeah. It's a huge, right. Well, because they have to get money to maintain the habit, so they are dealing, right? And they're dealing to other kids, so their charges are higher than an adult who deals to other adults. And adults who are in the drug trade are getting these kids to sell to other kids, because that's how they access them through schools.
And sometimes we have seen them out here, and I know who they are, and I see if I do try and see them talk to someone, I'll pull that kid in the next day I see him. Like, I saw you talking to this person. I laid down. This is what I don't think it's good. Don't get involved. So on and so forth. But yeah, do you see them lingering?
But it's mainly weed.
It's mainly weed, yeah. Some pills.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is there a problem with drug use here at the center, or?
So again, they still smoke weed, and we know they do. They might come in high, but again, we won't kick them out. You know, if this is your safe space, then we'll let you be here. We don't want you dealing anything on the property, and we don't want you smoking on the property, but they usually end up smoking before they come.
Right. And then they'll come.
And then they'll come.
Yeah.
Because after school,
they
smoke and come here.
How do you feel safe? Like, have there been... I'm just meeting you and hearing all these stories, like... And you're basically saying, don't hang out with this person. Like, so you're known.
Known, yeah. I'm the one with the big mouth. I would say, if I see something, I'm telling you, I'll pull you aside. Like, oh no, Elena wants to talk to me. Like, yes.
She's coming. Run. Hi.
I had a couple of them running from me, but then after they talked to me for a bit, they're like, oh, I wasn't expecting this. I appreciate your insight, because sometimes you see them. There's another story, like, someone's really smart, he wants to do well, but then he wanted new shoes and he has no clothes because he's wearing the same thing. So of course someone else has seen that outside, and I've seen that person talk to him, and I made sure I pulled him in here as soon as possible after, because look how tempting that is. Someone's flashing you money, I'll get you this, I'll get you this,
of course,
just drop this to over there and then come back. And the youngest I've seen was 14 doing it. And then he didn't do it and he got beat up after.
Oh, he didn't?
Yeah. He didn't want it.
So does that happen a lot where these kids are getting beaten up?
And they're scared to go to school. And they don't go to school. So then again, no one's
right
going to school. And then the person's not going to school has been acting up, and then what are you going to do? You're going to suspend that person instead of having a conversation and saying what's going on.
Exactly.
And sometimes it's the grade 12s who can be doing it, but they don't see that. They just see that person acting out and not knowing it's someone else in that school who's causing problems.
Right.
And I always noticed too, there's been a couple of cases, even with bullying or assault, where the victim got expelled. Because one of the victims was so tired of it that one day he just got really upset in class and went up and hit the kid, not knowing that he was getting bullied for a year.
Right. Yeah, but he gets expelled.
He got expelled, but nothing happened to the person to bully. Yeah. And he had to find a new school, and now he has to come here. And if you see him, it's like he doesn't look. But, oh, you hit somebody? Gotta go.
So there's no patience, there's no compassion.
No, no patience, or they don't maybe. I would say they don't have patience, or they don't care to, or they don't have the support, or they need more resources in that school. Someone else to talk to, because before they had, I know they're taking away the police officers, which I think that should be done. Put some more social work, child and youth, put someone in there that they can feel they can talk to.
Huh.
Yeah, they don't have that.
No.
Now, we had like full-time guidance counselors, but full-time like in elementary school that you could just drop in all day long, 24/7, and there were plenty of them available. But now that's all been stripped.
Now
right?
elementary.
You will get guidance
High
counselors,
school.
but they're only telling. No, I had it in elementary. Now they're just telling. They're just there for course career.
For course career, yeah.
Career. That's it. That's their role. It's course career. It's not all the. They were like social workers in the school, right? And you strip that out. And now to get an appointment with a social worker, it's so hard to get.
To get one, I think there's like one for like what, 3 schools or 4.
It's ridiculous.
Like they're like there 1 day or 2 days a week, and they just rotate.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not drop-in. Like, you can't make it your own appointment. It's like you have to go through these formal channels. So everybody has to sign off on it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I don't know. Are there certain issues? We're just starting the research in Toronto. We've done research in Mexico City and a bit in New York, and we're starting the research in Toronto. So we're just trying to identify what some of the key issues are. Are there any issues that you think we should be focusing on, or that we haven't asked about that we should know about?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. No, I would say that and peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
Yeah, that and like the community. They feel like they have to do something, and if they don't do something, especially the guys, they either get made fun of, beat up, or it's just, I don't know. They just feel like they can't say no, and they want to be a part of something. So they get drawn into that, and once they're in, they can't.
Yeah.
Leave. So I would say that. So whatever's going on in the community, because they said they're fine here, but once they go home, they're not in charge of anything. Someone else who's older than them runs, as they would say, their block. Someone runs their area.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And if they're out in the area, then they're going to. Yeah, it's a tough place for them to be at this age. And they're trying to find themselves.
They're trying to find themselves. The school's not working, and then it's just
Oh, that's tough. And how do the parents understand? Are they oblivious of what's going on?
some understand, but some don't have the time.
Yeah.
They just don't have the time. So that's when I even come in, but okay, I'll make sure I'll pick them up and bring them to the school and try to register them. I'll bring you to court because sometimes the parents can't go for work or can't get the time off work. And if you leave it up to the 15-year-old or 16 to go to court by themselves, they're going to sleep in or just not make it. So I'll make sure I'll just bring them. So I'm like court support. I don't do anything there. Amazing. I'm just guiding them because they won't know where to go, who to look for. If they have a legal aid, they don't know who it is. Like they don't know. So that's where I come in and I just bring them.
Yeah. No, I spent some time at the Finch Court, the youth court there. And it's chaos there. Yeah. You send some kid, they don't know where they're going.
They don't.
Yeah. And it's scary. It's a scary place to go to. I found it scary, and I'm not. They're going to do research. I'm not even there. And I'm like, okay, you want to check my bag? Go through security check, all this stuff. So I can imagine. You can't. It's
so you spend a lot of time negotiating, advocating with all sorts of different institutions.
With schools, with courts, and all these other places. That's
parents.
Wow, that's amazing.
Great.
This has been fascinating.
I didn't know the schools were that.
Yeah, and
horrible.
I didn't know until I got here, to be honest. I had no idea. And I think that's because I grew up in Ajax, I feel like everything's a little different as opposed to here because of this Durham. I mean, it's still similar with the expulsion, but
I didn't know it was so
support.
I didn't. It's very cold. It's very cold.
Yeah, there's no, and then.
But they're taught to be that way.
Yeah, and there's no repairing. So even if you suspend somebody or expel them, they didn't learn anything. You didn't improve anything. You're just digging them in a bigger hole and putting them in there. So I think
the lifting of zero tolerance wasn't lifted. It's still.
There's no counseling or something. Because at least the court.
Did nothing happen.
No. So at least the court will say, okay, you know what, counseling. But if you sent to the right place, that person is actually benefiting from